everyone, welcome to Tasting with Tuanni. Yes, this is Tasting with Tuanni. Remember, I said that I was going to try to do 50 tasting lessons this year, right? So this is week number 2. This is our second lesson in Tasting with Tuanni, and I'm super excited to talk to you today about PINOTAGE. Yes, PINOTAGE. I call it South Africa's red wine grape, right? So PINOTAGE was actually created in South Africa. It was created at Stellenbosch University by this guy, Abraham Harold, right, in 1924. So basically he did a cross. He took the DNA from Pinot Noir and the DNA from Cinsault, which is also called Hermitage, and he made this new grape varietal called PINOTAGE. Now, PINOTAGE, I haven't seen it commercially grown anywhere in the world outside of South Africa. And there's some really great producers of PINOTAGE in South Africa. One great producer is Beariskloof, right? They are known to be like the kings of PINOTAGE. It's PINOTAGE land at Beariskloof. They do PINOTAGE in all different kinds of styles. And that's one of the things that I love about PINOTAGE. So it's this very diverse red wine grape. It actually got a bad rap because back in the day during apartheid, they had limited on ways they can produce wine. They had limited education because of apartheid. They had limited resources because of apartheid. And so what happened was they created a lot of bulk PINOTAGE, and then they shipped it around the world where they could, where they weren't sanctioned. So they shipped this PINOTAGE around the world, and it was this bad PINOTAGE. It was this bad version of PINOTAGE. It was bulk produced. It wasn't really well made. But now there's so many amazing producers who are taking this very beautiful grape and they're making it in their own unique ways. Sometimes they age it in stainless steel. Lots of times they age it in oak barrels, and you have PINOTAGE that's in lighter in color, that's dark and inky in color. When it's aged in oak barrels, it usually gets like this very tobacco, leather, sometimes it's like burnt rubber aroma, which sounds kind of like weird, but it's really not. I really like it. I say burnt rubber or like maybe a freshly paved road, just like this very tar-like aroma. And so for me, I love PINOTAGE like that. That's really dark, rich, and strong. That's my flavor, PINOTAGE. But if you like it more towards the Pinot Noir side, there are some wine producers who make it in a very light color where you get more red fruits, more cherries, versus the more black fruits and darker fruits. So that's PINOTAGE for you. I mean, you have it in different styles, like different producers in different regions in South Africa. One of the most popular regions in South Africa for PINOTAGE would be Stellenbosch. A second popular region would be, well, not popular, but I do taste PINOTAGE because I'm always in Franschhoek. So I taste some PINOTAGEs from Franschhoek, and that's actually what I'm drinking right now. So what I'm drinking right now is Chamonix PINOTAGE. So here's the Chamonix PINOTAGE. This is a 2020, and one of the things that I really love about this PINOTAGE is actually how dark it is, because I would say that this is like medium intensity in color. So when I look at it from the top down, I could see my fingertips, but barely. So I really like that. It's gonna give me an indication that this wine might be full-bodied, and I taste it and it's definitely full-bodied, and it just has really nice rounded black fruit. They're not too juicy, and it has a little bit of earthiness where you're getting a little bit of that tar, that smoke flavor. It's really yummy, and it just opens up in the glass, and it's pretty young, so it's a 2020. You can probably just lay this wine down for a couple more years and it would still be pleasant. I'm sure it would still be amazing. But that's the Chamonix PINOTAGE for you. I hope you guys get to try PINOTAGE. You can't find it in the States. If you're in the States, one of my favorite places to shop for really amazing South African wines is the Urban Grape. Shout out to the Urban Grape. But they deliver all over the United States, and they have a pretty awesome selection of South African wines. Okay, so I can't let you go without talking about, like, maybe, I don't know, like Knoopkoop. Knoopkoop, when you think about PINOTAGE, is kind of like synonymous. They're one of the first producers to actually do PINOTAGE and to do PINOTAGE well. Here's what the bottle looks like. So I haven't tried this particular vintage yet. This is a 2021 PINOTAGE from Knoopkoop. But yeah, if you're in the States and you just want a solid go-to PINOTAGE, I would say this is a brand to trust. And then of course, you guys know I have to stay on brand, so I'm gonna show you which producer is Black owned. So this is Seven Sisters. Seven Sisters is a wine farm in Stellenbosch. It's one of 2 commercially owned Black owned wine farms, 100% Black owned wine farm, and they produce a Pinotage. So here's the Seven Sisters Pinotage. Yes, so Black owned, and let's see. Yeah, so those are a few of my favorite Pinotage, and if you're ever in South Africa, please make sure you try them. And if you have any questions about Pinotage, just put them in the comments.